Hello and welcome to the FXTG educational webinar today. My name is Stavro Demora and I'll be discussing a few market indicators plus a bit more about the market as usual. And if you have any questions throughout the webinar, please let me know in your chat box there and I'll be happy to answer them. I'll be repeating the questions so it can be recorded and it can be answered within the service. We have a few callers online and a few in the room, and I'll be beginning the webinar now. So, as standard, I've got to read a general advice disclaimer. This presentation is aimed to be educational in nature and should not be solely relied upon as a recommendation or invitation to enter into a particular transaction or to apply a particular strategy. You should not engage in trading unless you understand the nature of the relevant markets, the rules and the application of these rules to the strategies you are trading, the products, and the full extent of your exposure to risk or financial loss. If you're in any doubt, you should seek professional advice. The advice contained in our site has been prepared without taking account of the objectives, financial situation, or needs of any particular client. And because of that, the client should, before acting on the advice, consider the appropriateness of the advice, having regard to the client objective, financial situations, and needs. And you should know that Forex TG clients are required to read all product disclosure statements, 3 in total. So I'll just leave that there for about 10 seconds or so. Okay, why listen to me? Well, first of all, my name's Stavro Demora. I've been trading the market over 11 years. It should be 12 now. We're in the year 2012. I've traded with many professional traders. I've traded with a lot of well-known traders as well. Traded for many banks and professional firms. I've taken their lessons and been able to piece together some consistently profitable strategies and stuff to show you guys. You guys asked for this. Is one of the reasons why I do this. I have a gift for teaching and tuitioning. As you know, this is free. I don't charge a penny. It's not my personal service. I love helping and teaching people and have had great success in teaching and tuitioning in various ways throughout my life. So anyone got any questions in regards to that? I think it's pretty straightforward. No questions? Great. Okay, so let's talk. What are indicators? Well, simple. Indicators is exactly that. It's to indicate what's happening. We have most of our indicators that we use are historical indicators. There is a few futuristic ones that try to tell the future, but if you can tell the future, you might as well have a crystal ball. But I'll be going through a few of these indicators today on a brief note, and if you guys have any questions at the end of it, we can go further into depth with the indicators and we can really see what lies underneath every indicator if you like. Otherwise, it'll be nice, short and sharp throughout the presentation. As always, write a question in the chat box at any time and I'll be happy to answer it, and we'll have a quick discussion at the end as always, which is usually the best part of the webinar. So we'll begin. Okay, Bollinger Bands. Everything you learn about trading is like a tool that has been added to your trader's toolbox. Your tools, well, give you a better chance of making good trading decisions when you use the right tools at the right time. Bollinger Bands are used to measure the market's volatility. They act like a mini support and resistance level. So, I'm just bringing up my fancy little spotlight pen here. As we can see, we have the Bollinger Bands. It usually comes in 3s. And what you're seeing in the middle of the Bollinger Band currently at the moment here is called a squeeze. And I'll be getting into that in a moment. A strategy that relies on the notion that price tends to trend to always return to the middle of the Bollinger Band. You buy when the price hits the lower Bollinger Band. You sell when the price hits the upper Bollinger Band. Best used in a ranging market. So in a market that ranges like this, it's best used. As I showed previously in my strategy, you don't want to have a clear market. When I mean by clear market, you don't want to have a market where the Bollinger Band is constantly not showing us anything. You want to be able to have the nice, big, long trends in the market, and that's what's really going to get the Bollingers moving for you. A strategy that is used to catch breakouts early when the Bollinger Band squeezes, it means that the market is very quiet and a breakout is imminent. Once a breakout occurs, we enter into a trade on whatever side the price makes it break out. As you can see here, we've had a breakout here to the uptrend of the Bollinger, and that's what's called this uptrend over here. So you can see the squeeze out has occurred within this level here. The three lines have come in and then it's broken out. So that's what we're seeing there. I'll be going to the next chart. Okay, MACD. MACD. Everyone heard of MACD, moving average convergence and divergence? Everyone's heard of this before. Used to catch trends early and can also help us spot trend reversals. It consists of two moving averages, one fast, one slow. The vertical line is called a histogram, which measures the distance between the two moving averages. So as we can see here, we have the histograms, and then we got the fast, and we also have a slow moving average. Okay, contrary to what many people think, the moving averages lines are not moving averages of the price. They are moving averages of the other moving average, which doesn't quite make sense, but it's what it's moving is it's moving one step behind on the histogram. MACD is down for its lag because it uses so many moving averages. One way to use MACD is to wait for the fast line to cross over or cross under the slow line and enter a trade accordingly because it signals a new trend. So plain and simple, we use the MACD for trend trading. We're using it to pick a trend buy and a trend sell. Does anyone have any questions in regards to MACD? Okay, if not, I keep going on. So as you can see, the crossover happened here where the green has crossed over the red and it's gone an uptrend. You can see that this uptrend has occurred here. So the best part to do this is usually get in within the next candle. So if we did get in within the next candle on a 15-minute chart, we would have entered around this price here. Close out around here. So it's quite small. But there's other indicators that I'll be discussing later that we can use, such as a parabolic. That's why I drew those 3 dots, 4 dots there, 5 dots. Sorry, 6 dots. I'm going blind. But I'll be going through that parabolic and how we can actually use the parabolic SAR to improve our trading. Here it is, the parabolic. So, the parabolic, well, we're going to go back one. The parabolic SAR. This indicator is made to support trend reversals, hence the name parabolic stop and reversal, SAR, stop and reversal. This is the easiest indicator to interpret because it only gives bullish and bearish signals. What the dots are above the candles, it's a sell signal. So these dots here indicating a sell signal. Okay. When the dots are below the candles, it's indicating a buy signal. So as you can see here, it's written 1, 2, 3 dot time to exit my short trade. So this person's obviously short, 3 longs out. So we can do the same thing. We can do it with a long as well. Okay. The best to use in trading trend markets consists of long rallies and downturns. So we want a really good smooth market, a really good like this V here that occurs. That's the kind of market we want, where it's got, you know, we go only 3 dots, it's time to get out. But over here, as you can see, the uptrend, it's uptrended. We received 1 dot, we're still in the trade. Let me erase this all for you and make it a bit easier. Okay, as you can see, we've got 2 dots there, so 3 dots, we're still in a long trade, and we're still in a long trade, and we're still in a long trade, still in a long trade. 1 dot here, we're still in a long trade, 3 dots occurred, we're out. How's that indicator sound to you guys? Sound pretty simple? Because we'll be using it later on as part of a demonstration, see how we go. Good? You understand that, Colin? Okay, we'll go to the next one. Stochastic. Everyone loves stochastic. Everyone always asks me about this stochastic. I'm not a big fan of it. However, I like to talk about the stochastic. Used to indicate overbought and oversold conditions. When the moving average lines are above 80, it means that the market is overbought and we should look to sell. When the moving average lines are below 20, it means the market is oversold and we should look to buy. Very similar to an RSI. So as we can see here, above 80, overbought, it's close to 100. Below 20, and the market is oversold. Okay. And we'll be going to the RSI now, another indicator. I hope I haven't flooded your mind with indicators, guys, but okay, Relative Strength Index, RSI, similar to the stochastic, in that it indicates overbought and oversold conditions. When RSI is above 70, it means the market is overbought and we should look to sell. When the RSI is below 30, it means the market is oversold and we should look to buy. RSI can also be used to confirm trend formations. If you think a trend is forming, wait for an RSI to go above the 50 level, depending on if you're looking at an uptrend or downtrend before you enter a trade. So as we can see here, I do have the oversold button, so the market is oversold on that point. Okay, Colin's asked the question, how do I set the parameters in a stochastics to match the different time frames? That's a great question, and I'll be explaining that question, and we'll do it actually live, and I could show you that that question actually in the live trading. Yes, it does make sense, Colin. If it doesn't, I'll be sure to ask you again. So that is an RSI. Okay, ADX. This is another, the next 2 indicators I'm going to briefly go into, especially the next one after the ADX. The next one after the ADX is quite complicated, and it's probably something I want to spend a topic on with Fibonacci's, and the next indicator being Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. So that'll be the next one. The ADX measures how strong a trend is. It fluctuates from 0 to 100, with the reading below 20 indicating a weak trend and reading above 50 signaling a strong trend. ADX can be used to confirmation whether the pair could possibly continue its current trend or not. ADX can also be used to determine when one should close a trade early. For instance, when ADX starts to slide below 50, it indicates the current trend is losing steam. So as you can see here, current trend is starting to lose steam. as it's on 34, it slipped below 50. And a clear example of that is over here, my friends, 69, and you can see the reversal that occurred there, slight reversal. If all three of these pairs were above the 50 line and went down, we would see a massive drop occur. Okay, that's the ADX. The big one is a Japanese word, and if you're Japanese, be great if someone can translate it for me. Okay, Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. Okay, the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, IKH, it's known as, is an indicator that gauges the future price momentum, determines the future areas of support and resistance. Ichimoku translates to meaning a glance. Kinko means equilibrium, while Hyo is Japanese for chart. So there's your Japanese lesson for today, guys. Putting that all together, the phrase Ichimoku Kinko Hyo stands for a glance at a chart in equilibrium. If the price is above the Shinku span, so this is the Shinku span right here, the top line serves as the first support level. That line, that red line, first support level, while the bottom line serves as a second support level. If the price is below the Shinku span, the bottom line forms the first resistance level, while the top line is a second resistance level. So if it's the other way around, these two switch over. So I'm going to briefly go into this because this gets a bit complicating. The Kinju Sen acts as an indicator of future price movement. If the price is higher than the blue line, it could continue to climb higher. As we can see here, the price is higher than the blue line, it can continue to climb higher. If the price is below the blue line, it could keep dropping. The Tenkan Sen is an indicator of the market trend. If the red line is moving up or down, it indicates the market is trending. If it moves horizontally, it signals the market is ranging. The Chunku span is a lagging line. If the Chunku line crosses the price in the bottom of up direction, that's a buy signal. If the green line crosses a price from the top down, that's a sell signal. Each indicator has its imperfections. This is why traders combine many different indicators to a screen. Each other, as you progress through your trading career, you will learn each indicator like you know and what's the best combination you should have. Okay, that's a bit of a tongue twister, that one, and I really want to go through this topic maybe some time in the future on actually how to use this indicator and how to trend it, because it's quite confusing for many. Colin said it's too big for me at this time. I agree. I think it's too big for me too, Colin. I will go through this indicator, and it is a good indicator to use actually, and you should be using this indicator. We'll teach you guys the basic of it. So LaRoux has said it is a good indicator. That's right. LaRoux has been trading for a while, and he's been trading for a few years, and I've had various services with him before, I believe, and yes, I agree with him too on that. Okay, so I'm going to answer my questions, and I am going to answer my questions, sorry. I'm going to wait for you guys to ask me a few questions, and I'll be able to assist you. I'm going to go into a live trading platform at the moment now, and we're going to pull up a Parabolic SAR and some indicators, where we're going to have a play around with them and see what we can come up to and what we can get with these indicators. Okay, does anyone have any questions in the meantime that I'll be able to assist you with? Colin said this week I've had problems with my trades this week. I'm saying this out loud because you've written out to the entire audience, so I assume that's what you want everyone to know. What have been your main problems this week, Colin? Relates to me, MA21 and 9 crossovers. Not working out for you? I've entered and I got scalped. When you mean by scalp, did you go for scalping trades, or did they reverse against you? What happened? Did you wait for the next 15-minute chart to pop up? You wait for the next stick. Okay. Did the trade win against you? Okay. LaRoux said, was this on my bus stop method? Yeah, I would have used the bus stop method. That's correct, LaRoux. If the trade went against me. As I said, guys, some strategies work for me. They might not work for you. You've got to be able to utilize what happens, and you got to try to make a strategy yours. I'm just going to shoot you off ideas and how to create things. It happened twice. What is a bust up method? Colin, just because a trade goes against you twice, there's a 70% chance that the indicator will work. There just could be, you know, 2 numbers in a row that went against you. You got to be able to manage your risk, and you got to know exactly when it kicks over. You got to make sure everything is in line. Let's try to give a few indicators now, such as the Parabolic SAR. That would help assist us. Okay, so let's have a look. We can see we're going to go by the 3 dot. I'm going to change the color of these dots. I don't really like them at a lime green. I'm going to put them a nice yellow. It's a horrible color. Maybe if I make them a bit fatter, that's much better. Okay. I'll make it a teal color. That's much better. Much better on the eyes. Okay. And I'll be removing my Bollinger Bands for this project. So as we can see, the Parabolic SAR, when we see 3 dots start to occur, we get in on the 4th dot, and we're going for that uptrend, or the 3rd dot occur, you can get in. When you see it go against us on the top there, it's time to get out. Now this is a nice method that we can use so we can pick the trend. Obviously we want to do it in a ranging market. Now I want to save this template because I've got it on gold, and I actually don't want to have it on gold to show you for this project. So I'm going to call it we'll just call it dots for now on. And I'm going to go to another chart such as the Euro USD template dots. There we are. So as you can see, this is a much nicer chart to use on. Okay, same rule applies when using the Parabolic SAR. Don't just depend on the dots. Okay, look at your volume here. If your volume is flat, do not enter, even though that uptrend looks great. This here is good. This is what you want. So 1, 2, 3, enter. You would have got in around here, down, up, it's still uptrend. You would at least made 12 pips. I'll still go for the 12 pip rule here. Okay, I'll still go for the 12 pip rule. Now, same goes with this part here. As you can see, it's very flat. I would not enter on that part. Now, it all looks like quite scribblies and drawings on here. I want to erase the drawings, and I want to add on my Parabolic SAR, but first I want to add on the original one that we have, the indicator here, the Bollinger Bands that I love using. I use a 9 on the 0 shift and a 21 on the 0 shift. I will then add on the Parabolic SAR. How about I just call it SAR to keep it short for today? There it is, and then we can tell. So we can tell when a crossover occurs as it will help us. And I'm going to save this template as SAR Stavro, just so I know. And we're going to take it to another chart. We will take it to the pound USD. Now another thing, guys, to do with this type of trading, the SAR is good to be used on a daily chart. Now, obviously, on a daily chart, you're going to be swing trading, so you're not going to have a 12 pip take profit and a 40 pip or 35 pip stop loss. You're obviously going to have it a bit more increased. And what I mean by that is, let's go to template, Stavro, this one here. Okay, because otherwise you're going to get hit out all the time. As you can see on a daily chart, that's quite a large move. So what we're looking for is a 3 pip, a 3 dot, 1, 2, 3 dot. We enter, we still get that uptrend. 1, 2, 3 dot, enter, we get the uptrend. Here it's a sell. 1, 2, 3's occurred. It's a massive sell. And as we can see, this is a perfect trade here, guys. And as well, I'll show you, it was uptrend. It's reversed here. It's gone 3 dots. Plus, we've had a Bollinger Band crossover. This is perfect. This is a perfect trade. Sometimes it's good to wait for those types of trades to occur because you're going to get a nice decrease. And the moment we get out of this, as soon as we see 3 dots fall for a long position, we get out. So we would have got out around this price here. So to measure on estimation, how many pips? Let's do a quick measurement. Oh, where's my crosshair? So we got in a 16314. And let's say we got our worst case scenario up here at 15730. So 15730, take away once, take away, just doing the calculation, 614 pips we would have made on that nice little perfect movement. Fundamentally, we know that the pound's going to go down due to current market conditions. So that's my view on the pound. So this was an excellent trade to take. Looking at that, remember guys, this is a daily chart. So what you're seeing is a daily movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we're holding it for close to a month on this kind of method. If that's something you can do, then yeah, as I said, I do have separate accounts and separate trades, but we can maybe try on a 15-minute. There we go, 15-minute looks good too. We can see that occur over here, and would have been out over there, and that was in one day movement. We wouldn't have needed a daily chart. So that's that kind of strategy that occurred. I'm just going to go to a few questions. What is the bus stop method? Okay, yeah, sure. Just to let you guys know that FXTG now has a YouTube channel, and in the YouTube channel I'll be posting up all the webinars 2 to 3 days later. Will be on the YouTube channel, and you can go back and you can view all the strategies and all the webinars and educational material that I do for FXTG will be on there, on the FXTG YouTube channel. At the moment there's only like one video loaded, however we're loading up all the other webinars in the past as well, so that way you'll be able to go through all this. Now to the question, what's the bus stop method is, if the trade, let's say you bought where this red line was, okay, and the trade goes against you, okay, I then have another order. If it goes way against me and I see that the trend has changed, I put another order. If I bought 2 lots, I buy 2 lots plus 1, and it goes the other way. So it's similar to a martingale strategy, but not quite. Martingales, when it goes the same way, we're going the opposite way. So plain and simple, with a bus stop strategy, there's another bus stop strategy I can actually show you, which is, see how we see this crossover that's occurred? I say, this is actually a bad chart to show you one. I'll change charts. This is actually a good chart. So as you can see here, we can see the blue line looks like it wants to cross over the yellow line. What I do is I put an order about 15-20 pips away for a buy, and I can put an order 15-20 pips away for a sell. So should this change, and should it get triggered either here, or should it get triggered either here, I then will put a 12 pip take profit and a 15 pip stop loss to 20 pip stop loss, depending on spread. I'll say 20 pips plus spread. That's another strategy you can use to trade. Just keep everything minimum there, Colin. I know things look a bit edgy for you. Practice a lot on demo accounts. Practice until you get it. You know, a surgeon doesn't become a surgeon overnight. A doctor doesn't become a doctor overnight. An author doesn't become an author overnight. You know, they write one book, they can become an author, but they do all the studying and reading and English classes and language classes. This is the best thing we can do, is just keep practice. How can you get a demo account going? Sure, Colin, I'll organise that for you right now. Okay, go right here, Colin. Go to FXTG, and then we go download now. Open demo account. We click open demo account on the home page here. I'll give you guys all the link. Go to open demo account. In the demo account there, guys, when you click it, it will ask for registration details, so it's show you given name, surname. If you've already opened an account in the past, just put like given name, blah blah blah. Like if you've opened up and it won't let you, just write like George 1 or George's. Just change it so it's a bit different. Make sure you put the correct email address or an alternative email address, because it's going to send the password to your email address. So that's how you open up a demo account with FXTG. As I say, it's good to trade, it's good to test a demo account, have a play with it, have a feel. However, a demo account is completely different to a real account. The spreads are different, the environment is different, the feeling that you get of driving a demo to driving the real thing on a real account is a different feeling altogether. You know, it's like looking at your favorite car. If your favorite car's a Ferrari and you always look at one in the showroom, or you just go for a demo drive, it's completely different to own it. So try not to demo. I don't say that as a bad thing. Demo accounts are good to practice on, but don't get hooked onto them. I know people that get hooked onto demo accounts 24/7, and you know they're making all this money and they're losing all this money and they get stressed out over a demo account. It's crazy, guys. So try not to stress out over demo accounts too much, but it's good to learn different strategies and understand your type of trading that you're doing on a demo account. Lyrics is laughing. He just said, haha, I've seen that. What do you mean about the demo account? People stressing out over demo accounts? Yeah, yeah, I've seen it day in, day out. People just they stress out over these demo counts like I don't know, like it's the end of the world. It's quite crazy. Yeah, it's a disease, man. Demo counts as a disease. It's a psychology. You sit there and you're on a demo account all day and you get hooked to it. You know, but the difference is a demo account, live account. It's different. You know, there's market psychology that takes into account. Galty, he's wrote, demo account, don't take into account the psychology. You always make money on a demo. That's right. You always make money on a demo because you're not stressing out, and because we keep it simple. A lot of times in the market, we try to keep it. We don't keep it simple. That's one of the reasons. So I'm not telling you guys at the end of the day to avoid a demo. I'm not saying that. I'm saying use a demo to practice your methods. Understand how to do things, and then do it. You know. Hate to bring this topic up. Science class. You know you got to cut open a a carcass of an animal, and as you cut it open, you know they're testing on dead animals to learn where certain body parts are for the real thing. However, you can't just keep doing that. One day you're going to have to jump into the real environment and break the sweat, you know. Anyone else got any questions in regards to any of the indicators we spoke to today? We discussed Bollinger Bands, Bollinger Band Bounce, Bollinger Band Squeeze, I think, MACD, Parabolic SAR, Stochastic, Voltic Strength Index, Average Directional Index, and the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, which is also an indicator. It's a standard indicator actually, guys, believe it or not. And I'll show you why it's a standard indicator. It's actually in your MT4 account. If you go to Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, drag and drop, it pops up. It looks like spaghetti bolognese to me at the moment. Anyone got any other questions in regards to the indicators and what we've discussed today? The scrum-brushing indicator? No, but it's something that maybe you can tell me what it's about. I haven't heard of that. Do you know much about this scrum-brushing indicator? Read in a book a while ago. Well, if you find what the title is called, Galty, please let me know. Anyone else got any questions in regards to indicators or market at all? Market, gold price, gold spikes. There's a nice little gold spike last week. Any questions? Anyone have a discussion with me? One-on-one. I'm happy to have a discussion. Yes, Colin, you want to have a discussion? Okay. Alright, Colin, I've unmuted you. Hold on, Colin. Yes, I can. Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay, go for it. You now have my mouse. Move my chart. Yeah, yeah. You're never going to win in those situations, mate. Yeah, yeah. It's that is just one of those. I'm telling you, that's very, very tricky, and that's a sucker's punch actually. When you're looking at that, yeah, when you're looking at that, the volume looks like it's nice and spiking, and then it's just that's something there fundamentally. What hour was that? What time was that? Because I know this is the Japanese time. Yeah, you got to be careful when you trade. The best time to trade these type of strategies is when the market opens, like a UK session open, US session, Asian session open. Don't try to trade in between those sessions, and that way you would avoid it. But the thing is, like imagine you got this part here for a long, you know, that was just that's a sucker's punch. So that's why I say try to keep away. Um, Try to keep away from those type of events where you see these things occur. And it's very hard. You can't really keep away from it. That's just it's a sucker's trick. Uh, so did you do short level on this? You went short. Okay, I'll give you the controls again. Give me a sec. Okay. No, you're fine. You entered long. Take profit. Okay. First thing, make sure. First thing, if you stuck to a 12 pip take profit, what you could have done is this. You could have put a stop loss around this level. No, and that's support. That's pretty in line with this part here, in line with that part there, and it's in line with this dip here. Um, but this hasn't occurred yet. Remember, none of this has occurred yet. So okay, so don't look at that. So what we're comparing, we're not comparing apples with apples at the moment. So the first thing I would have noticed is that it's a pretty big support line. It's actually in level here. It's a very, very big support line. And you went long. Uh, and also just to show you that your volume is not crash hot either. See the volume here is much more choppier. It's much more higher. If you see anything on this first 5-minute bar that's pretty low like that, don't bother. It has to be a bit more choppier. Try to use the Parabolic SAR that I've provided as well now. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Unless you're going to do the day trade time frame. And just remember, if you did put a stop loss here and you put a 12 pip take profit, you wouldn't have been hit because you would have entered long, you would have still been in this trade, and you would have eventually got the 12 pips. It would have been a few hours, but you would have never have been stopped out. You would have had a few scares along the line around here, but you wouldn't have been stopped out. Yeah, well, take some screen dumps. That's the point. This is a very good example. I'm glad that I've got to spoke to you. Take screen dumps. Take screen dumps. Yes, take screen dumps of your shots. Okay, and then write notes on the bottom of them of what. Just print screen and then put into Paint. on your keyboard. So I press print screen now. I then go to Microsoft Paint. Okay. Like that. I go to Microsoft Paint and I paste it. There you go. And I can cut it. I can do whatever I want. So print screens or put into Word and write comments like a diary. Write comments of actually what occurred. Because that's the whole point of having a trading diary. Sounds like you're going through a psychological barrier. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Yeah. Yeah. Now, just to let everyone know, because you reminded me, I'm away next week. I'm on holidays. However, I might be doing a webinar from my holiday destination. It's okay. I'll just take you offline now. No worries. So, very important to keep a trade journal, and just to know where everything is, and write notes on it as a clear example there. It is also very important not to get into the sucker's punch there, those flat lines, and experience yourself with many indicators as you can, and get your system right. Again, Leroux said again, am I going on holidays? Last Thursday was Australia Day, Leroux, which is a public holiday in Australia, and this is the reason why there was no webinar. I had these holidays booked. I haven't been on holiday for over 2 years, so I've had this holiday booked from Wednesday to Wednesday, so only 1 week I'm going away up to the top of Australia to Port Douglas with family. No worries, Colin, thank you. Amelia, when you're done explaining that, how to monitor account if we don't have the time to sit in front of the monitor the whole day? Yeah, if you don't have time to sit in front of your monitor all day, I've got the perfect solution for you. And if you don't have time to trade, the best thing is to go to FXTG website. Okay, go to auto trading, and when you click on auto trading, scroll down and click on the Zulu trade. Okay, and open up a demo account with these guys. Through FXTG, you can have the performance of many traders trade for you through Zulu. That's an auto trading service, or you can Google auto trading services. There's many out there. There's a lot of signal providers that have auto trading services. Anyone else have any other questions? I should come down to New Zealand, Leroux says. I think I'm fine, but I can get a visa quite easy because I'm Australian and I need a visa. I can stay as long as I want. Same goes with the New Zealand person. Leroux, you're going to give me a bit of hospitality? Always. Take me out. It's going to take me out on a date. Okay. Anyone else have any other questions I can assist them with or anything like that? No? Okay. Well, I'll keep you guys updated about the next webinar. As always, if you have any questions, please get in contact with me or with your account manager, however you came into the webinar, and I'll always be happy to assist you further. Okay. I'd like to say thank you, God bless you all, and have a wonderful night. Thank you, bye now. I will send an email to let you know if it's on or not. Thanks, Goldie. Bye for now, everyone.